Many people talk about Villa-Lobos' other concertos for piano, for harp and everything, as being problematic. You as a guitarist, do you find his guitar concerto problematic? And if so, in what sense?
Well, first of all, I've never played it before. It's the first time that I actually performed. I learned it when I was young, but I never performed it in public until now. And I think I am really happy and honored that the first time will be actually in Brazil. So it just seems like the perfect place to do it. So I don't have that much experience with it, really. I'm learning it now. I mean, experience in the sense of how the piece works. I've always heard there were problems with balance, especially in the third movement, and that's what I'm finding out. Mm-hmm. So, but other than that, I'm not really seeing. There's some notes here and there that are questionable in the score, and I'm finding out that he was maybe careless in some of these ways, and some positions that are awkward to play. But I think it's a beautiful piece.
It's said that the cadenza was added to the concerto after it was finished. All his 5 piano concertos have long cadenzas that you can play as independent pieces. How do you see the cadenza in this particular concerto? That's such a long one, substantial one.
I think it's very effective. I am not so sure about playing it by itself. I think it's too free perhaps for it to hold together, like that. And it does refer to some of the elements in the piece, but I think it's a very effective cadenza, very memorable. But I think as opposed to those, I don't see it as a solo piece.
Having played with many important orchestras and in different settings around the world, how do you see the fact that people tend to limit them to a few pieces for guitar and orchestra? How does it influence the way people develop as guitarists and the image of the guitar within the classical music world?
Yeah. Well, I think it's not easy for a piece of music, a concerto, to enter the orchestral repertoire. I mean, no matter what the instrument is, even for piano. It would be a fight, and a piece would have to prove itself to really, to become part of the standard repertoire. The one piece that obviously has done it has been the Rodrigo, the Concerto Aranjuez, and that speaks about it's a piece of great effect and popularity, and there's also this connection with Spanish music and the guitar.
The guitar in the 20th century seems to have gone through the intuitive phase where you had some larger-than-life personalities like André Segovia, and then we had the academic phase, so to speak, when the guitar came into conservatories, universities around the world, which is probably what happened when you and me were growing up. How do you see the guitar for younger people who are learning today and aspire to become international concert performers? How do you see the scenario for them?
I don't know what it's going to be like, but I think it is because the world is changing so rapidly, and the world of music is changing so rapidly that I find it impossible to predict. So it's a little bit difficult, to guide them in a way. I think it remains to be seen. There's also there's so many changes because you know, now, for example, one thing that has affected the business, I mean, the world of music, is how recording companies are disappearing. You know, I mean, basically the big ones are disappearing. And they were the ones that created, you know, the stars so that now who's going to do that in the future? And on the other hand, you know, now anybody can make a recording. So that's a good thing also, you know. But again, you know, I mean, not exactly sure where it's going. But my sense is that more people will benefit from this situation than people that might possibly get hurt from it. I think there are going to be more opportunities for people.